So last weekend we went on a marriage retreat. It was our second one that we went on. And if I can go to as many as possible, we will be there. I'm so thankful that my husband loves them as much as I do. Even though, yeah, it's a free trip, technically, it is a workshop. It is a work in progress. It is giving you tools to just find success, whatever that looks like in your marriage. There's people there from all different backgrounds, all different stages of their marriage. It's so funny because last year when we went, I was pregnant. I was like huge. And this year, there was like 3 pregnant people. And I was like, yes, thank God, that's not me. But, you know, the baby was there. And we took our youngest son as well. They provide childcare. It's on the beach. It's in a beautiful place. They give you time out. They give you time with the kid. They give you time, you know, to have a date night, which is great because we honestly haven't had a date night since we had the baby. So it was an amazing time. I will put in clips here for you guys to see some of the fun. But I mean, if you're interested in watching and hearing just a little bit of my thoughts and how I feel about it and things that we learned and dived in to, then just keep watching. Ooh, come over here. Oh, the sun not that good, but you gotta make a picture of faces. You always make a face. Oh, we can go in there. You don't want to go in there? Maybe we could have walked around the water then. Let's just walk around the water. Just one time. Oh, you sweating? Ain't no shade either. So, marriage retreat. It's 3 days. You get there midday the first day. You dive right into sessions. And it's so funny because when I left, the house is about a 2.5, 3 hour drive. When I left the house, I had a full beat on. When I got there, I had a clean face and sunscreen on. Like, we fought the entire drive. And that's the reason why I come on here and I talk about these. Okay, go in your room and play. Go wash your hands. Go wash your hands because you just been playing, and go wash your hands. So the reason I talk about these type of things is because if you look on social media, if you look on Instagram and Facebook and even sometimes YouTube, it looks like people have perfect relationships, and that's just not the case. Like, people have issues. Everyone has issues. Marriages work. Doesn't matter who you are, what stage in marriage you're in. Like, honestly, once they get like 40, 50 years, like, y'all got it. Like, bruh, you know you got it. Y'all ain't gotta talk about it. Y'all good. But here, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 years, we still working. We trying to get there. And these seminars are just that necessary timeout that we need to refocus on us. You know, we have so many different roles: mom, dad, business owner, employee, I'm a soldier, you know, sister, brother, daughter, son. Like, we have so many different roles, so many different people who are pulling us in different directions, and it's not intentional. It's just life, you know. You have other people around you. You have things that have to get done. You have kids you got to take care of. That sometimes the person that you sleep next to is the one that has to sacrifice the most. So the same way that I have needs, my husband has needs, and these seminars just allows us to refocus on one another and figure out or get tools, honestly, because it's not every single seminar is kind of like, okay, these are your block of instruction, this is what these things mean, we're going to explain, you know, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to give you situations from my life or things that I've seen. Okay, so we're gonna break out, y'all gonna do your own thing, y'all gonna talk about it, y'all gonna write, you know, answer these questions, how did this relate to you? And then you are gonna be in your little bubble with your spouse for however long the practice is, and you guys are gonna talk about things that are pertinent to you. So I love that, because it's not group discussions. We're not talking about, you know, or ragging on or bragging on or downing the person that we're with. We're honestly there. It's a safe group environment. People are laughing, we're having fun, but we're also honing in on our relationship and our partnership, and that's what's necessary. We honestly needed that time out. We don't argue often. Like, we have like little spats here and there. Like, my husband really don't pay me no mind because I am like super uptight, and he is very go with the flow. But every now and then, it's always like right before the seminars, honestly, we have a huge fight, and it's something that we need to navigate through. We're not hearing each other. We're not paying attention to each other. We're not realizing that we're both saying the same thing, but in a different way. And that's why we go to these. Guys, marriage is work. It is work. And honestly, you have to work on yourself first. So I love Beyonce, guys. I don't think I shared that enough on this channel, but I love Beyonce. So in her song, when she says, "Show me your scars and I won't walk away," like, a lot of people don't want to listen to that song, Sandcastles, because like she going in that song. But it's a beautiful ballad, and I love to listen to it. I love to sing it. But when she says that phrase, "Show me your scars and I won't walk away," that is what marriage is to me. Completely revealing who you are, what life has made of you, because all your past experiences and things you've gone through, relationships, not even just romantic relationships, with your family, with your friends, with your parents, with your children, all those things kind of shape you into who you are. And we're scarred. I'll tell my husband quickly, like, I gave you this heart and it is broken. It is battered. It is beaten up. It is taped together, super glued. It's pieces missing because I couldn't find them. And you chose to love this heart. And honestly, the only person in life, other than like your parents and stuff, who will choose to love a heart that's battered and broken is God. And to find someone who's like, you know, I'll take you with all of your quirks and all of your scars and all of the things that make you you, no matter how bad they are, and I'm gonna love you forever, and we're gonna work and get through things. That is marriage, and it's work. And the reason it's work is because it's hard to navigate through those, because for years you've been putting up a wall of everyone. It was funny because on the way back, my husband and I were having a totally different conversation, and I'm telling him, like, look, this person did this to me. Like, we're re-talking about situations that we had talked about before, but it's kind of showing why I am the way that I am, and he's revealing why he is the way that he is. You know, I felt like everyone who came into my life destroyed it. I had given and given and given, and people would come in, either use me and then leave, or just completely destroy everything I had, literally and figuratively. And then when I would just have to walk away from the situation. So I came to a place in my life where I was like, you know what, I'm done dating. I'm over it. I'm done. I'll get grandkids one day. I, you know, love my children. I don't need to keep letting people come in my life. And then my husband came, you know, and it was truly different. And we're not perfect, but there are so many more good days than bad days. And even just how he deals with me and loves me is totally different from anyone else. And I always tell people, when you know, you know. And I hate to use that phrase. It's so cliche, but it's so true, because the relationship that I have with him is totally different. And I do believe I was truly made for him. We just had to navigate life to get here. We had to go through the things that we had to learn to get here. But I truly believe I was made for him. So my marriage is worth it. Our marriage is worth it. And I'm so thankful that he feels the same way, that he will put in the work necessary to build our foundation. And if you guys saw one of my later vlogs, I can't even talk. My vlogs, a few vlogs ago, it might have been my last one. One of my goals that's in my planner is to work on my foundation for my marriage. It's work. It's necessary, because I am so scarred and he's scarred, and we're trying to navigate and just better build a foundation, be that couple for ourselves and maybe our children, so they have an example, because I ain't got many examples. His parents are still together, which is pretty cool, but I don't have many examples. So it's really, really nice to be with someone. And I know that marriage retreats through the military is not something that everyone has access to. I got it. But it's necessary to give yourself that time out. If you're in a committed relationship, it doesn't have to be marriage. If you're working towards marriage, or some people just don't want to get married. You know, we've been together for 15 years, we're not getting married, but this is it. Hey, but take that time out, drop the kids off to a trusted friend, trusted family member. And even if you don't have to go nowhere, I know everybody on a budget, I'm on a budget, but go back to the house. Spend time with each other without the kids. Spend time, you know, rediscovering one another. And not even just in a sexual way, just that intimacy, that getting to know each other, that talking, that, you know, sitting next to each other, share like interests, like just enjoying one another's company again, like getting back to the person that you had, that you originally fell in love with. That is what these seminars is about, refocusing on that person that you love. And even if you don't have the access to something as organized as this, it's necessary. We honestly probably won't be able to go no more, because they like, look, you need to let other people go. And I'm like, okay, but we need it. But now we know how, or that it's that important. And we can actually break out some of our old, you know, content from both of the seminars that we did and work on some things together on our own. But just giving that time out, that we need a time out in life. You know, we haven't really spent much time together. We haven't really connected mentally, emotionally. We need to figure out when we can spend some time together, because this relationship is worth it. This relationship is worth us putting in the work. And honestly, I went crying and frustrated and so mad at my husband. And before the end of the first day, like, we were pinky promising. That's a thing for us. Like, there is no breaking a pinky promise, okay? But we were pinky promising, you know, we were coming to agreements, you know, and we do agree to disagree, but we have to realize that it has to be a mutual ground that we're agreeing to disagree on, you know. We're both so headstrong, but you have to know what those triggers are in your relationship. You have to know how your partner responds to things. I know that if we're going to have an argument, we're going to have a full-fledged argument, because my husband don't like to argue. So if we're going to have a disagreement, it's going to be a full-fledged, we're going to go here, and then we're going to, you know, work it out. But it has to go here, because my husband don't like to argue. So if I'm coming at him with something that's like, we need to work all the way through this right now, here. But then it, you know, we take a break, time out, and then we work through whatever it is. And that only happens literally about once a year. But if there's no friction, there's no growth. And it's necessary. So look at your relationship. If y'all ain't spent no time together, y'all kind of drifting apart, you kind of looking at people talking about, oh, he fine, you might want to, you know, go and spend some time with the spouse, you know, reconnect, refigure out what it is. And some situations, some issues are so bad that you can't work on them alone. So maybe talk to a pastor or a chaplain, or actually look into a therapist. In my culture, people don't go to therapy. So when I brought that up to my husband, he was like, no. But then we started going to marriage retreats and he was all in. And I was like, okay, so this will work for us. You have to figure out what works for you and what's not. But it's necessary to just refocus on that person. And honestly, while you're refocusing, you guys might have actually grown apart, you know, like different things, want different things. Like, so when we got married, we both didn't want kids. And then one day I was like, hey, so I want to have a baby. And he was like, okay. He could have said no. I know people who, you know, weren't able to get past that hurdle. And that's okay. It's your life. Life is too short for you to settle on deal breaker things for yourself. So, you know, in this process, you might be like, you know what? This ain't really it no more. Okay. But at least you put in the work and the thought and, you know, figure that out instead of being sad and miserable and not really understanding why. So hopefully you guys liked this video. I really enjoyed the marriage retreat. I really enjoy the place that my marriage is right now. We are so refreshed. Even though we don't have a lot of issues, and like, you know, every now and then, but it's just so refreshed. It's like going to a spa for your marriage. You're like washing all the crud, all the bad habits, all the things you didn't know they did, or the things that your spouse perceived that you didn't really realize. You were able to talk about it in a safe place. And now you have a better understanding, and it's really nice. So super refreshed, you know. It's just a nice place to be. And I look forward to all these years that we have together. Being married is awesome. When you're married to the right person, I will never, ever, ever be the person to be like, oh, you need to get married. Just get there. Just get married. I have fun single. But I'm saying to the right person, because they can make or break your life. You know, they help shape everything, the type of life you live, the type of finances that you have, whether you're happy every day, your emotional state. Like, the person you marry really breathes life into you. And if they're not, if they're suffocating you, then that's not a situation you want to be in. So yeah. So thanks guys for watching. Please definitely like and subscribe, guys. Share and all that other good jazz. So I will link my other marriage retreat video down below, because that was fun as well. I don't think I have a lot of marriage videos, but if I find one, I'll link it down below. But thanks guys for watching, and until next time, bye.